Welcome everyone to this video on NDRIO Strategic Planning Framework. In order to orient you to the slide, look from left to right. We want to pay tribute and homage to our LCDRI, the Leadership Council for Digital Research Infrastructure, which created a series of papers that led to a funding request to ISED, Innovation, Science and Economic Development Canada. The federal government positively responded with over $572 million to support advanced research computing, research data management, and research software in Canada's digital research infrastructure ecosystem. Over the course of October to January 2021, we've been working on a series of assessments which I want to explain to you today. We began with a needs assessment and a series of white papers that we called to the community to be able to fulfill. We asked the community, think about yourselves from the context of NDRIO. What are information or pieces of information that you feel needed to be on our radar screens in order to plan to go forward? This didn't need to be a detailed analytic exercise. Instead, a 3 to 5 page white paper that would support our understanding of a particular issue that you as the community feel would be important. We're following that up with a needs assessment that's being designed by our researcher council and has had input from over 40 or 50 individuals throughout our ecosystem. It'll be a lengthy survey, but it'll provide valuable information to us in order to understand how digital research infrastructure is being used and utilized throughout our ecosystem. From there, we'll be making a call for current documentation. In many ways, this is a direct contrast to what we provided in the white papers, which is rather than creating something from scratch, we want you to submit to us any annual reports or strategic plans or other materials that would give us an insight into your organization. We've also begun a current state assessment for each of our 3 pillars within NDRIO: advanced research computing, research data management, and research software. Within that current state assessment, we've completed the one for research data management, and we're currently in the throes during the month of November and December in completing the work on research data management and research software. This, like all of our products, will be informed by a series of work groups and other experts throughout our ecosystem. Upon the completion of all of this work, we'll be organizing a series of town halls in both official languages, respecting the time zones. And as I've mentioned a number of times, all of these products are benefiting from expertise through working groups that NDRIO has formed. We also have a commitment to share summaries and completed documents on our website so the community can be able to see what kind of information is informing NDRIO's directions. At that time, we'll be asking you, did we get it right? Is something missing? Is there other perspectives or nuanced ideas that we need to better appreciate? All of this material will then prepare us for a large RFP that we'll be conducting between January and May 2021, where we're hoping to bring a large consulting firm to deliver 3 products. The first is an environmental scan, a global environmental scan. Of course, we'll compare ourselves to the normal organization or normal countries that we usually work with, the United Kingdom, Australia, France, the United States. And in this environmental scan, we're looking at which jurisdictions perhaps have ideas that we could borrow or adopt as we redesign our national services around digital research infrastructure. We've heard many encouraging results from other countries and hope to learn from them as we redesign our national services in DRI. We're also asking the consultant to do a technological advancements review. In other words, are there technologies currently or anticipated that could fundamentally change how we deliver services? The ones that immediately come to mind are things like machine learning, artificial intelligence, quantum, but we've also heard vendors making substantial gains in terms of new chips, new hardware, new software. And so we're asking our consultant in conjunction with the community, are there technologies that we ought to be aware of as we plan towards our strategic activities in the coming months? And finally, we'll be delivering on a funding model for the new services that will be offered to the community. Here we're looking at traditional percentage allocations of 60% provincial and 40% federal. We're looking at other ways and innovative activities that we may embark upon that help us deliver and create stability and predictability within our ecosystem. Yet again, we'll go to the community All of this activity is going to benefit from key informant interviews. We'll organize town halls in both official languages and a series of work groups. And we commit to sharing all of this information on our website. And so once again, equipped with all of this, we feel we'll be in a really good position to begin our strategic planning activities that are scheduled for the late spring, early summer 2021. In parallel, we're also planning an inaugural call for projects. This will be a large allocation that we're hoping to encourage organizations from throughout the country to come together and submit ideas that address our three pillars: advanced research computing, research software, and research data management. The one criteria we're looking for is that if it's a proof of concept or a pilot, it has to have the ability to be able um, uh, to scale nationally. We're asking provinces to work together. We're asking institutions to work together, all as a build towards our organizational culture and the culture we hope to see of collaboration and partnership throughout Canada's DRI ecosystem. And on that completion, then we'll begin our strategic planning activities in the late spring, early summer of 2021. In parallel to all of this, of course, we'll be trying to build our organization. We're working with the advanced research computing organizations throughout the country, with Research Data Canada, with Portage, as we look to trying to build our organization. Notice the two double-sided arrows on either side of this slide. Much of the information that's going to be gathered through our strategic planning and other planning activities will also help shape our organization. And so we'll be working to learn as we configure our staffing requirements and other things, areas that we may wish to focus on. So in summary, this is NDRIO's conceptual framework that's leading to our strategic plan, and we hope it provides you with an opportunity to contribute and engage actively as we work to serve the researchers of Canada.